This has to be the affinity of a past life, which makes possible our meeting in this one. Dare I alter fate? I am willing to take him as our royal son-in-law. Only then did the king show pleasure. At once he commanded the president of the Imperial Board of Astronomy to select the proper day for the wedding. He also asked for the preparation of the dowry, and issued a proclamation to notify the entire kingdom. When he heard this, however, Tripitaka did not express his gratitude. All he could say instead was, "Release me and pardon me. This monk is most unreasonable," said the king. "We are using the wealth of an entire nation to take him in as a royal son-in-law. Why doesn't he want to stay here and enjoy it? Why must every thought of his dwell on seeking scriptures? If he persists in his refusal, let the embroidered uniform guards push him out and have him beheaded." Scared out of his wits, the elder shook all over as he knelt down to kowtow and said, "I thank your majesty for your heavenly kindness. But there are 4 of us altogether in our company, for this humble cleric has 3 disciples outside. I know I should accept your gracious proposal, but I have not yet had a chance to give them a word of instruction. I beg you, therefore, to summon them to court and certify this travel rescript, so that they may leave early and not be delayed in their journey to the west." The king consented and asked, "Where are your disciples?" "They are all in the post house of the College of Interpreters," replied Tripitaka. Immediately the king ordered the officials to summon the disciples to court so that they could pick up the travel rescript and leave for the west. The sage monk, however, was to remain and become the royal son-in-law. The elder had little choice but to rise and stand in waiting to one side. For this situation we have the following testimonial poem. The no-leak great elixir needs 3 perfections. Austere works are not built on hateful relations. A sage must teach the Tao, you the self cultivate. Blessings are heavens, man must virtue aggregate. Let not the 6 organs take their indulgent course. Nature, suddenly enlightened, reveals your source. Without love, without thought, you're naturally pure. Transcendence you'll gain for deliverance is sure. At that time, officials were sent at once to the post house of the College of Interpreters to summon the disciples of the Tang monk, and we shall speak no more of that. We tell you now about Pilgrim, who took leave of the Tang monk beneath the festooned tower and walked back to the post house, giggling happily with each step he took. He was met by 8 rules and Sha monk, who asked him, "Elder brother, why are you laughing so happily? Where's master?" "Master has met great happiness," replied Pilgrim. "We haven't reached our destination yet," said 8 rules. "Nor have we seen the Buddha and acquired scriptures. Where does this happiness come from?" Giggling some more, Pilgrim said, "Master and I walked to the crossroads where the festooned tower was erected. Right there, he was hit directly by the embroidered ball tossed down by the princess of this dynasty. He was then taken by the palace maidens and eunuchs to meet the princess, who rode the imperial chariot with him to court. He will be taken in as the royal son-in-law. Isn't that happiness?" On hearing this, 8 rules stamped his feet and thumped his chest, saying, "I knew I should have gone there myself. It was all because of Sha monk's roguery. If you hadn't stopped me, I would have headed straight for the festooned tower. When the embroidered ball struck Old Hog, the princess would have had to take me in. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be marvelous? What a handsome, comely, and proper arrangement. We'd play and play. What fun." Sha monk walked forward and scratched 8 rules' face with his finger, saying, "Aren't you ashamed of yourself? What a magniloquent mouth. With 3 coins you buy an old donkey, and brag about its rideability. If that embroidered ball struck you, a letter of annulment sent overnight wouldn't be fast enough. Would anyone dare take a catastrophe like you inside the door? A blackguard like you has no feeling for anything," said 8 rules. "I may be ugly, but my person still exudes a certain flavor. As the ancients said, though the flesh and bones are coarse, the constitution is sturdy. Each characteristic, in fact, has its own desirability. "Stop babbling like that, idiot," said Pilgrim. "Let's get our luggage together. I fear that Master may be so harried that he will soon be summoning us to the court to protect him." "You are wrong again, elder brother," said 8 Rules. "If Master has become the royal son-in-law, he will go into the palace to make love to the king's daughter. He is not going to climb mountains or traipse along the roads, where he could meet fiends or encounter demons. Who needs your protection? At his age, you think he's so ignorant of what goes on in bed that he requires your assistance." Grabbing him by the ears, Pilgrim shook his fist at 8 Rules and scolded him, saying, "You lecherous coolie! What sort of bunk is this?" As they were thus quarreling, the clerk of the post house arrived and said, "His Majesty has issued a decree and sent an official with an invitation for you 3 divine monks." "For what specific purpose?" asked 8 Rules. The post house clerk replied, "The old divine monk was fortunate enough to be struck by the princess's embroidered ball and to have been taken in as the royal son-in-law. That is why an official has come with an invitation." "Where is this official?" asked Pilgrim. "Tell him to come in." The official, when he saw Pilgrim, at once saluted him. After the ceremony, however, he dared not raise his eyes to look at him. All he could say to himself was, "Is this a demon or a fiend? A thunder squire or a yak a official?" Said Pilgrim, "Why don't you speak up? What are you thinking of?" Trembling all over, the official held up the imperial decree with both hands and blurted out, "My princess invites you to meet her kin. My princess's kin invite you to meet her. We have no instruments of torture here," said 8 Rules. "And we have no intention to beat you. Speak slowly. Don't be afraid." "You think he's afraid of a beating," said Pilgrim. "It's your face he's afraid of. Pick up the pole and the luggage quickly, and lead the horse along. We must go into court to discuss this affair. Truly, it's hard to sidestep, for the way is straight. Love will certainly be turned into hate. We do not know what they have to say after they have seen the king. Let's listen to the explanation in the next chapter."